In this video, we're going to talk about saving and sharing our searches. We're going to let our friends know what we found. In this video, we'll look at saving queries, loading queries, sharing our queries, and we'll look at exporting reports. So, after you've built your queries, you've found the data that you need to do your job, you need to report to your boss, you need to share with another analyst who's looking for the bad things in a network. We need to figure out how do we save that search and how do we give it to our friends. So we'll save it, we'll load it. And one thing that's important for administration and for cleanup later, you've always got to name your searches. It's really straightforward. It's pretty simple. So let's jump into the Kibana screen we were just using. We'll save the search we built at the end of the last video. So if you remember, we were working with the search bar at the top. We were looking for metric set name load. So we're looking at documents with the field name of metric set.name and the value of load. So this one is system load. We're using metric beat that comes from Elastic. And then we added another filter to say, okay, I want to find things that's over 0.1, between 0.1 and 0.2, or system load norm 1 is between 0 and 0.02. Effectively, we're looking for really low values or really high values. So here we can see it's normal discover screen, and at the top here we have a save box, so we can press save, and so we have to give it a title. We'll call it Elastic Packed Video Fowie, that's me, and we will hit save. So now that we've saved it, we can reload it. So let's pretend I'm messing around here and I'm going to do a new query. There's no data in the past 15 minutes in this index, so we'll check out the beat index. Sure, there's data here, but it'll be more impressive if I pull it up from here. So I'm on a index pattern that doesn't have any data, Logstash. We'll get that populated in the next video, so come back. We can click this open button at the top, and we'll see a saved search called elastic.pack.video.fowie, and we can click on it. So you'll see it brings us back to the screen we were on with the latest time range. So if you define a relative time range, it'll stay that. If you define a quick time range, which is what I typically do, it'll save that. But more importantly, with these saved searches, and when we share the links, this will be important too. If you're looking at specific events, say you're doing some network forensics. So let's say you're looking at specific events. For instance, you're doing a network forensics investigation and you found the time range where the bad things happened. When you share these or when you save these searches, you need to make sure you're sharing the same time range that you are searching at. So I'll show you how we can do that. So let's say I found the good data right here. I can hit, let's change our time range to today. Okay, we'll do an absolute time range. We'll hit go. Here's our absolute time range, January 28th, 3:54 to 4:09. And so we'll share this. And we have two choices. We can share the saved search, which is this URL on the left. Now, if we look in this URL, we can see the time range, and it'll have that absolute time range. It'll say the time range that we have set, but it's going to save the search. If I make changes to this screen after I reload the search, that's what I need to share that as a snapshot. It'll change the current state of the interface. If I drop a column, add a new column, then we would share that snapshot. So the difference between sharing a saved search and saving the current snapshot is really what you have done in your interface since you've loaded the search. So let's close this again. I'll make some changes. I'll add beat version. I'll even get rid of some of the searches here. I'll get rid of those ranges. And I'll do a search. I'll share. And again, this is a saved search over here where it's going to have the values and the fields that were in that saved search versus on the right in the snapshot. This is what I've done to the interface since I manipulate it. So I can demonstrate that by copying and pasting this link from the saved search, putting it in my web browser, pulling it up, and see at the top in our query bar, it's the ranged query still the static time, but it's the interface changes, and the search changes. All right. So now that we can take those, we've seen that we can take these URLs, share them, email them, get it to your boss or your friend somehow. Let me show you how we can make a report about this. So a report, a snapshot, it's based on what you're seeing at this point in time. And it's a way you can download results. You can download a CSV file that you can use in Excel. If you're doing visualizations, which you can do in a dashboard, you can export a dashboard into a PDF where it'll pull down a full, PDF with graphics and all that kind of stuff in it that you can share. But it's an asynchronous process. So you go into the interface and you say, build this report. Then when it's done, you can download it. And I'll show you how we do that. So go back to the query we were working on over here. And we can close this. I'll go to reporting. Actually, let's go back to our full query, or with our ranges built into it. I'll click reporting, and you can see the generation URL down here. And we're going to generate that CSV right now. So you'll see reporting, search generation has been queued. You track its results somewhere else. That somewhere else is under management. So now it says your report is ready. Pick it up, management, Kibana reporting. I could click here, but I'll show you how to get there. You click on management on the left, reporting under Kibana, and you can see the document Elastic Packed Video FAUI search. And I can just click download here, and you'll see it generate this CSV file. I'll click that CSV file, and you'll see it opens right up in Excel. So I can take my Excel and do whatever I want to within Excel. So that's a really good way of getting data out. Let's do a quick visualization so I can show you the same thing. Let's show you a visualization so I can show you how we can get a PDF out of here too. So we'll go to visualize. Let's create a new visualization. I'm going to pick some stuff. We'll pick a line chart from our saved query. My x-axis is going to be the load 1. So I want to see our, let's see, I want a histogram. That'll be our time. Well, I want a date histogram, not a histogram. I want a date histogram, timestamp, great. And my y-axis, I want a y-axis, and I want to set it to that load value. So I want to show I'll show the median of that load value. We'll find it. System load 1. And we'll also show system load 2. I lied. We'll show system load 5, which is the 5-minute. And since we're building this, I might as well show the 15 as well. So here's my system load 15. And we can hit play. And now I can graph my data. So here we see the load over time. So green is load 1, bluish is load 5, and the dark one is load 15. So our load 15 is pretty static. That's what you would expect. Over time they even out. Green is our most volatile. So we'll save this as our load visualization. We'll get more into visualizations as time comes, but I want to show you how can we do reporting on this into a PDF. So from here, I can hit reporting, and I want to preserve existing layout in PDF or optimize for PDF. So I'm going to optimize for PDF. I'm sure that's better. I'll hit generate PDF, reporting, it's been queued, your report is ready. So here I'll click this link, management, Kibana reporting, load visualization. Oh, it still says that was the last one. Load visualization is still processing. Now I'll just wait a minute. Oh, there we go. It's ready. So now I can click download. It'll give me that PDF. And there's my load visualization PDF. So now imagine you're building some really cool dashboards with a whole bunch of visualizations on it. That's when you're going to get this PDF that you can print it, put on your boss's desk, and get a huge raise because you did a great job. In this section, we have covered a whole lot of data. We've covered Kibana. We've looked at index patterns and how we can search and find data within Kibana. We've sliced and diced it with time ranges. We've refined our queries. We've looked at the Lucene query language and how we can use it in the search bar within that Kibana interface. And we've saved, shared searches and reports. There's a whole lot more Kibana can do. This is kind of the quick overview for you to get started to understand what you see within the application. We will heavily cover visualizations and reports in the near future. The next video, we're going to look at Logstash and Beats.